素晴らしい。美しいよ。その苦しみに歪んだ顔。それでこそ俺もサービスのしがいがあるってもんだぜ。本気のファンサービスはこれからだ。
I think people have forgotten. Hang on. I think people have forgotten just how freaking crazy this guy was. Hello, everyone. It's Dylan from Yu-Gi-Oh! Everything, and welcome back to another video. And this is a special video because it's 2024, and ladies and gentlemen, the impossible has happened. We have just gotten Gimmick Puppet support in the year 2024. New support for that crazy guy's deck, Quattro, or V if you watched the, not V, oh god, or 4 if you watched the subbed version. V obviously was Quentin, his older brother. But man, these cards are great. So a lot of people have already covered them. You know I'm not the best channel to give you competitive insight, but there are some amazing references to the Yugioh Zexal anime and to that man that we just saw 4 that I'm going to go over with you. So all the new cards, any references that I caught, that's what this video is. Let's just get right into it. Hope you guys enjoy. So starting off is Gimmick Puppet Little Soldiers. Now this card is a 0 attack, 0 defense monster. If this card is normal or special summoned, you can send one Gimmick Puppet monster with a different level from your deck to the graveyard. This card's level becomes the sent monsters. With Gimmick Puppet, you want to get level 8 monsters onto the field or make your monsters level 8 because a lot of their XZ's monsters are rank 8. You can also banish this card from your graveyard, then target up to 2 Gimmick Puppets you control, increase their levels by 4 until the end of this turn. But this card is super cool because this is actually the dude that is controlling Gimmick Puppet Giant Grinder, and we see this in Yugioh Zexal episode 33, which is an excerpt that I just played for you guys. So they actually took the random puppet dude that's controlling Grinder from 4's very first duel in the show, and they turned him into a card. So that is absolutely genius. Love that. And then we have Gimmick Puppet Bloody Doll. This is obviously a reference to Bloody Mary. We see kind of the red aesthetic and her coming out of the mirror. My favorite Bloody Mary iteration probably is the one from The Wolf Among Us. I love Bloody Mary, love the lore, love the aspect of that as like a character. So really, really dig this artwork. It is a level 8 monster, and if this card's in your hand, you can reveal a Gimmick Puppet XZ's monster, special summon both one Gimmick Puppet monster from your deck with a level equal to the revealed monster's rank, and this card. Very easy way to get 2 level 8 monsters onto your field to go into a Gimmick Puppet XZ's monster. Then we have Gimmick Puppet Cattle Scream. This card artwork is just quite frankly disturbing. It's disgusting. It's gross. You see one of the puppets like bodies bent as the head, like with the trumpet ear. Dude, it is a gross looking freaking card, and it is perfect for just a really freaking creepy and effed up archetype. So I absolutely love it. You can only use the first effect of this card's name once per turn. You can detach one XZ's material from your monster, special summon this card from your hand or graveyard, but banish it when it leaves the field. A Gimmick Puppet XZ's monster that has this card's material gains this effect. Once per turn, you can target one monster in your opponent's grave, special summon it to their field in defense position. And of course, this is as well a level 8 effect monster. Let's get to the freaking, awesome monsters here. Gimmick Puppet Fantasic Maka. Now, I'm sure this will probably, change a little bit when we get the name in the TCG. This is literally 4 on a card, and he's got his, like, very gentleman-esque pose where this is, like, the mantra and the act that he played when characters first met him and didn't know any better, right? He played this very respectable and, like, friendly dude. Like, this persona was the fake version that we got of him before he would just completely lose his mind in a duel. And then he's got a Chaos XZ's form that we will, I'll just show it to you now. Chaos XZ's Gimmick Puppet Fantastic Maka, or Fanatics Maka. All right, it's Fanatics, right? Fanatics. Well, the first one's Fantastics. This one's Fanatics. Fanatics makes sense because, he had so many fans, his fangirls. Makes sense. This one, of course, shows his more unhinged personality, right? Like, this is the true 4. And just the contrast of these two cards is genius because you have his fake stage persona, and then you have his real persona, which is just this unhinged, crazy dude ready to unleash hell. He's even got, like, the grinders on his chest, and Gimmick Puppet Grinder was, like, the first super creepy monster that we saw him use against Tetsu and Caswell. Can never remember his name in the sub. So the effect of the first one, the rank 8, 2 level 8 monsters, so it is generic. You can only use the first and second effect once per turn. You can detach 1 material from this card, add 1 rank up magic spell from your deck to your hand. Also, during your main phase this turn, you can normal summon 1 machine monster in addition to your normal summon and set. So you get an additional summon and you get a rank up magic spell. And if you special summon a Gimmick Puppet Xyz monster, you can special summon this card from your graveyard to either field and defense position. Then you can add 1 rank up magic spell from your graveyard, which is pretty crazy. And there is a note here on Yugioh Organization that the name is a combination of fan service and fantasy, which makes sense. And then, of course, the Chaos Xyz is just fanatic. So that makes sense if you know anything about Force character. Very much on brand for him. The Xyz, the Chaos Xyz variant, the rank 9, 3 level 9 monsters. Each effect is once per turn. If this card is special summoned, you can add 1 puppet trap from your deck to your hand. You can detach 1 material from this card, special summon 1 monster from either graveyard to your opponent's field in defense position. If a monster is special summoned to your opponent's field, you can target one of them, destroy it, and if you do, inflict damage to your opponent equal to half its original attack. And of course, when you Xyz summon this, you can then very easily resummon the other Gimmick Puppet that we're getting here, because if you special summon a Gimmick Puppet Xyz monster, you can special summon that from the graveyard. So, yeah, definitely some loopy stuff you can do with this. I've already seen people talk about how this could be a problem because this might be an FTK loop. I don't know enough about that, but that's just what I've seen people say. I'm sure you guys are more versed in that than I am. So, you know, FTK is not great for the game, so that's not you know, not ideal, but we'll see. We'll see what happens there. We are getting 1 spell and 1 trap as well. The spell is awesome, guys. Mansion of the Hell Dolls or Mansion of the Underworld Dolls. It is a field spell. Gimmick Puppet monsters you control cannot be destroyed by battle and are unaffected by your opponent's activated non-Xyz monster effects. So if you're going up against an opponent that doesn't have any Xyz monsters, you know, this card's just crazy good. You can also add a Gimmick Puppet monster from your deck to your hand when this card resolves. And once per turn, you can detach 1 Xyz material from your monster, target 1 Gimmick Puppet monster in your graveyard, special summon it to your opponent's field in defense position. But the artwork here is the castle that we see Yuma and Kaito go to when they take on 3 and 4 in that 2v2 duel. I believe it was episode 41. You can see like the gate and the castle. Awesome, awesome reference here. So these cards just have some amazing callbacks to Yugioh Zexal. And then the trap card is Serviced Puppet. Both effects are once per turn. Target monsters your opponent controls up to the number of Gimmick Puppet Xyz monsters you control. Take control of them until the end phase. And if you control a Gimmick Puppet Xyz monster except the turn this card was sent to the graveyard, you can banish this card from the graveyard, target 1 Xyz monster in either grave, special summon it to either field in defense position. Serviced is a combination of service and sadist, and of course for very much a sadist type character. And then the other cool element is you have Tin Archduke and the Antidote Nurse, which were the cards used by Bronk, Tetsu, and by Caswell when we first see Gimmick Puppet Grinder. In that scene that I played for you, these 2 monsters were destroyed right after that sequence happened. So, yeah, man, an awesome reference to that scene as well. This is why I love anime decks getting support in 2023, 2024. Obviously, with the show being focused on Rush Duels now, when we get new anime cards, they're almost chock full. The Yubel support was just like this, chock full of these amazing anime references. But guys, let me know what you think of the new Gimmick Puppet monsters. Honestly, I love the 4 Xyz monsters, but if we remove those Xyz monsters, I think Bloody Doll is my favorite. I'm just a big fan of like the Bloody Mary lore and character type. Love her coming from the mirror. It's just creepy, and it fits perfectly with this aesthetic of Gimmick Puppets. But let me know your thoughts on this deck down below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you have an amazing day. Take care, guys.